recent author, this person a few years ago, you've heard of these carnivore MDs. They're all saying the same thing. Oxalates, lectins, salicylates, phytates, they can cause discomfort. So just never feel uncomfortable and never eat them. Even though there's so much benefit with them, don't eat them. So they're telling you avoid foods that are high in oxalates. And that's a really wide variety of food. Tons of whole grains, tons of nuts, seeds, different vegetables, different fruits. There's so much out there that is high in oxalate. And one, that's already going to stress you out because you're like, well, what the heck do I eat? And two, it's going to confuse a person to not understand if they actually could very well digest and absorb and break down the oxalates, or they are not somebody who could. So when it comes to oxalates, it's important to understand foods like some of the ones I just mentioned contain a compound called oxalic acid. This is usually a compound that, one, has antioxidant properties if it's properly digested and absorbed. You have specific bacteria, or you're supposed to have specific bacteria called oxalobacter. So oxalobacter, just like it sounds, is very specialized and really there to break down oxalic acid. And also, this oxalobacter is responsible for binding the oxalic acid to calcium. Usually then the calcium grabs the oxalic acid, the oxalates, and escorts it out through the colon, through the intestines, and nothing happens. Well, what happens in certain instances is, say somebody is lacking oxalobacter. We have seen in studies that if they have a yeast or fungal overgrowth, it disrupts certain bacterial colonies, oxalobacter being one of them. So say somebody has a fungal overgrowth. They have a deficit of oxalobacter. Maybe they have a very low calcium diet where they're not intaking sufficient amount of calcium. Maybe they have their colon resected, or they have something like short bowel syndrome. These are going to pose problems because the colon is where the calcium binds to the oxalate. So if you're missing the bacteria, you're missing the colon, you're missing the calcium, what's going to happen is instead calcium is going to bind fatty acids, and then it leaves the oxalic acid, the oxalates, freely floating. So then the body has to try to get rid of it somehow, and it pushes it through the kidneys. And that's where they'll build up in the kidneys into these oxalate stones. And so people get kidney stones that are made of oxalates. Sometimes there's a little bit of calcium in the stones, but usually it's a calcium oxalate stone or just an oxalate stone. So then, of course, if you're somebody who's gone through that, you're going to be like, tell the world oxalate's bad for you. Right. And I would bet you that 9 out of 10 of these people who are telling you these things don't eat oxalates, don't eat phytates, don't eat salicylates. They went through something bad, and I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they're trying to help people, but you need to give that context behind it that, oh, wait, okay, it is actually beneficial for me. Oxalic acid is an antioxidant and beneficial for my gut. I need to make sure I don't have fungal overgrowth. I need to make sure that I'm fostering my bacterial community. So I have oxalobacter. I need to make sure I'm eating enough calcium. Then great. The oxalate-rich foods benefit me.
For those of you that don't know, Dahlia was our first patient. She struggled with SIBO and IBS and so many GI problems on a day-to-day basis, hunched over, causing so many other issues. We wish we had a protocol in place, a program in place that led her through step by step, inch by inch, and really guide by guide, so she had everything at her fingertips. Now we have that. That is our Good Gut SIBO IBS program. You can do it 100% plant-based. You can customize it, but it is one of the only programs that is geared towards plants, that can help you customize plants, that can help you tolerate more plants, and really gets to the root of your SIBO, of your IBS, of your ISO, SIFO, IMO, and any other type of overgrowth.